Hi everyone, nice to see you again. Wow, let's take a look over here. I want to know how often do you go camping? And in this unit, we will learn how to use how often to ask questions about frequency of events. As you may wondered already, how do we pronounce this word? O-F-T-E-N. Some of your teacher might say often with no T sound, and some might say often. So, which one is correct? Well, I have to say that both of them are correct. You can either say often or often. And keep in mind that when we ask someone how often, we are asking about frequency of event. Let's take a look at this example. How often do you brush your teeth? I would say twice a day. So, how do we put this into a sentence? So we say, I brush my teeth twice a day. What if you brush your teeth 3 times a day? So, I would say, I brush my teeth 3 times a day. So we say the number of times followed by a and a time period, like day, week, month, year. Moving on to just so you know, you might notice already that we use once for 1 time and twice for 2 times. So you might wonder, can I say I brush my teeth 2 times a day? Well, that is grammatically correct, but people tend to use once and twice more in this kind of conversation. So we say, I brush my teeth once a day. I brush my teeth twice a day. And this is me when I was a little girl. A teacher asked me, how often do you brush your teeth? And I said, 0 times, teacher. Actually, I should say, I never brush my teeth, teacher. Oh, that would smell very bad. Moving on to sentence patterns. Let's repeat after me. First, keep in mind that you and they we use do. He and she we use does. So, for the question form, we ask, how often do you play the piano? How often do you play the piano? And to respond, we say, I play the piano once a week. I play the piano once a week. Or you can also say, we play the piano once a week. We play the piano once a week. Moving on to they. So we say, how often do they play the piano? How often do they play the piano? And to answer this, we say, they play the piano once a week. They play the piano once a week. Moving on to he. For he, we use does. So we say, how often does he play cards? How often does he play cards? And to answer, we say, he plays cards 4 times a year. He plays cards 4 times a year. Don't forget S and ES when we use he and she. Moving on to she. So we say, how often does she play cards? How often does she play cards? And to respond, we say, she plays cards 4 times a year. She plays cards 4 times a year. And here are the common mistakes. So you better watch out when you do the exercises. Let's take a look at the word once. So when we put once in the sentence, we say, I wash my face once a day. We don't have to add time. We don't say, I wash my face once time a day. No, this is not correct. This is how we say it. I wash my face once a day. And as we always know, practice makes perfect. Let's take a look at this exercise. For the first one, let's read this with me, okay? I play cards a week. What should we use? One a week, first a week, or once a week? Correct. We have to use once a week. Moving on. Tim play or plays cards twice a week. What should we use? So we know that Tim is one person. We have to use plays with S. Tim plays cards twice a week. Moving on. How often he go abroad? So what do we have to use? How often is he go abroad, or how often does he go abroad? So in this sentence pattern, we use does with go abroad, right? So we say, how often does he go abroad? Moving on. ... You go abroad 3 times a year. What should we use? How, what, or do? Can we say, how you go abroad 3 times a year? That doesn't sound correct. What you go abroad 3 times a year? That doesn't sound correct either. What about this? Do you go abroad 3 times a year? Yeah, that sounds right. So we use do you go abroad 3 times a year? And that's the end of grammar session.